Hey guys! All right, it's the end of September. And part of what I'm gonna start doing on my channel is, it's selfish, it's for me. I want to do videos every month where I talk about the month and the experiences that I have had, both good and bad. Have I just created my little tagline for this video series? Ooh, maybe it rhymes. Anyway, I'm gonna start with the bad because I wanna end with the good. And basically the bad is that I've been really depressed. At the end of August, something happened that I can't get into. I don't know if I ever will. I might. It really depends on a lot of factors, but right now I'm not. But it sent me spiraling really bad. Depression, wanting to be dead, wanting to be dead to the point where this past Monday, I spent 8 hours in the emergency room. And I just filmed a video where I talked about that experience. So I'm not gonna get into that experience in detail in this video, but that video is either already up or will be up very soon. Literally same setup, everything, and I literally just did it. So those are the bad things about September, is that I've been really depressed. I went to the emergency room for suicidal ideations, and I've been struggling in my marriage. Has a lot to do with what's going on and why I've been so depressed. It's been rough. So those are the bad things. They're big. It doesn't sound like a lot, but they're big things. So I don't know. When I was making this list just a little bit ago to talk about these things, and I was going into the good things, I was like, wow, so many good things have happened too. Like more good things than bad things. And yet, if I were to look back on September, I would say September was a bad month because everything that I've done has been clouded in my depression. But I am glad I'm filming this video, and I'm glad that I made that list because I'm gonna feel really good talking about the good things that have been going on. So first thing, my play opened. I am in All My Sons over at Onstage Playhouse down in Chula Vista, California. And that's been really great. The people in the cast are so wonderful. Even when I've had a terrible day, I was going to rehearsal and then I would go to the performances. I have a performance tonight, actually. We're on our second weekend of the run. But anyway, and I put on a happy face because I was doing what I love doing. I love acting. And I was around people who were doing what they love doing. And the people in my cast are sweet, they're kind, they're funny, we laugh together. It's so great. It brings me back to a level of normalcy that I'm kind of lacking at home right now. And so it's just been so wonderful. It's really getting me through. It's literally what I'm living for right now. So that's just been one really great experience this month. Another good thing is directly related to my depression, well, it's a result of my depression, but I have decreased my work hours. So many of you know I'm a nanny. And it's been very draining. I have been so exhausted all the time. And I went in to tell the mother that I was putting in my notice because of mental health reasons. And she countered by saying, sorry, airplane. She countered by saying, well, hey, what if I decrease your hours so you have more time, and maybe when you're feeling better, at least you still have a job and like we can go back to your original hours or whatever. She's like, I'll totally work with you. I just, she probably just didn't want to find another nanny. But she was like, you're more than just a nanny, you're like family. So that was so wonderful. And I am so grateful because of that. I've been able to get more sleep and just feel more rested. Ideally, I've been wanting to use that time to work on projects that I've been putting off, but because of being so exhausted and being so depressed, I've been very unmotivated until today. So, but that's good. That's been another good thing about the month. Another great thing was yesterday. So yesterday, my husband and I started marriage counseling, and it was a really great session. I really like our counselor, and it's given me a lot of hope, and I'm excited because we have a standing appointment every week, and I'm so hopeful, and I'm excited about it. I'm not happy about why we're doing it, obviously, that there's this problem that we need to solve. That's really scary, but the good thing is that we're working on it. And I'm really, really grateful for that. I'm grateful that we have that opportunity open to us through the military. So that's been really good. And our first session was yesterday, and I just have a lot of hope for the first time in a month. So another thing that happened yesterday, so after counseling, I went straight to a bar in North Park. I went to Red Wing Bar and Grill with my friend Candace. She played Mercutio in Romeo and Juliet over the summer with me, and she's so funny and so amazing. I love her so much. Let me write this down before I forget another experience I had. Okay, anyway, so yeah, she's just so great, but I knew I needed to open up to someone about what I was going through, because I posted on Twitter that I had been to the emergency room, and she immediately was like, oh my God, hey, mental health is very important to her. So she was just so incredibly kind and supportive to me, and she was like, hey, if you want to go out or anything, like, need someone to talk to. So I took her up on it, and we went to the bar, and I opened up to her, and she was just amazing. She was like, you're such a good person. We need you here in this world. She's like, these problems are temporary, and she's like, you're going through some stuff. Like, it's hard what you're dealing with, but it's not a reason to not live anymore. So she was just so amazing in our discussion. And then, since we were at Red Wing, which is a karaoke bar, we did karaoke. And I call it drunk karaoke. I wasn't like drunk. I had a good buzz going, but I wasn't drunk. But I started by singing All I Ask by Adele. And it was bad. Like, cause you know, you feel like you're trying to belt it out, and it was like right on my brakes. I keep going from head voice to chest voice, and I know it did not sound good, but whatever, it's karaoke. It's not open mic night or anything. So I did that. And I wasn't gonna do another song because I'm like, oh, I don't wanna wait or whatever. But I ended up fulfilling my lifelong dream of doing Lose Yourself by Eminem at karaoke. You guys, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on my channel before, but this is something I talk about all the time in my real life to people, how I love Lose Yourself. It's like, I'm not into rap or anything, but like Lose Yourself is so iconic, like from middle school, right? If you're like my age, when 8 Mile came out, and I've never even seen 8 Mile, but like Lose Yourself was like a rap song that kind of transcended into pop music in a way, because it was so popular and it was played on like the pop music channels, the radio stations, I should say. And so everyone knew it. Like, maybe not all the words, but like you go do, you like, as soon as it starts playing, like, you know? And so I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna learn all the words, and I'm gonna do karaoke and sing this song. And people are gonna be like, what? Look at this, like, what? She knows all the words and she's rapping. And it's like this thing, because I'm very much a dramatic performer type person, and I like to kind of break expectations. So yeah, I did it. And Gage wasn't with us at the time, but he was like, hey, like, how's it going? How's Red Wing? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do Lose Yourself. And he's like, wait, what? Like, you're gonna do it without me there? And so he like booked it to the bar, and he got there, and there was still a lot of time before I went on. But that was just so funny because he knows how, for some reason, how important that whole experience is to me. And he was there and he saw it. And I was like, my voice was so tired by that time because I had been singing along to everyone else's songs too and just like screaming and cheering and everything. So he recorded it, but it's just like, I sound like a frog because my voice is like, rah, so tired. But I was like, you know what? That was just a rehearsal. I'm gonna do it again. We're gonna get a bigger crowd for me and I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna kill it and it's gonna be the first song I do so my voice isn't tired. It's gonna be great. So I'm really excited. I'm definitely gonna go back to Red Wing at some point and do Lose Yourself again with more people cheering me on. But that was just last night and I had so much fun. So what else? Something else that we have chosen to do this month is move. With working less hours, obviously I'm not making as much money. We live in a rental home in Ocean Beach, which if you're familiar with San Diego, and San Diego in general is very expensive to live in, but OB, to have a house, a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in OB is like, that's expensive. So we're spending a lot of money on rent. But my husband talked to our landlord and explained that a medical situation has come up and we need to move to a cheaper place. And the landlord was so kind and was like so understanding. And so he said that we can move out mid-October. So I'm just so grateful. I love this house so much. I love having this big like office to myself and having all this space, but we don't really need all this space. What we really need is to be saving money right now. So deciding to move is a big decision. It's way earlier than our lease would have been up. So it's really kind that our landlord is letting us do that. So that's gonna be a load off of our minds once we're able to spend less money on rent and save money. And I'm still gonna keep working and I might even pick up a second job once I start feeling better. But that money is actually gonna start going towards like savings and everything like that. So I just think it's a good financial decision that we're making. So that's something that happened in September. So next month we're gonna be moving out of this house. Today, a good thing that happened is I'm feeling motivated today for the first time in a really long time. I finally cleaned my office. I cleaned out my purse. Like I just took care of some things and it felt really good today to do that. And I've been filming a lot as well. So obviously doing a lot of filming. So that's a good experience that happened this month, is finally getting this room back together, even though I'm only gonna be in it for a couple more weeks. But I'm really hoping that during those 2 weeks, I can be in here and just get some really good stuff done in this room while I still have it. Another good thing this month that I've been doing is writing a lot of poetry. In a way, it's not a good experience because a lot of the poetry is really dark. It's having to do with what I've been going through. But in a way, I kind of feel like some of it's kind of good. And I've been typing it up, like typing up some of the poems into a Word document. And I'm like, what if I publish this? Like, what if I self-publish a book of poetry? Like, I mean, it'd be very, airplane, sorry. It would show people what I've been going through. And in a way, what I've been going through, I have shame about it. But I don't know, I'm a really open person. And I feel like this is an experience that maybe some people can relate to. So I'm still writing poetry. So this, you know, it's not something I'm gonna be publishing like tomorrow. But I don't know, like I kind of want to make my own version of Milk and Honey. And I already have a name for it too. So anyway, but that's good. I'm using my pain to create art. And that is something that Gabby of The Gabby Show / Gabby Hanna has been talking about lately in her videos, where she had a really bad year and was going through a lot of pain, but she's making music from it. I can't make music. I don't know how to write songs, but I'm writing poetry. And you know what? Maybe something good will come of it. It does feel good to be creating though. Okay, and the thing that I remembered halfway through this video related to Candace, that is another good experience from the month, is Okay. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you already know this, but if you don't follow me on Instagram, which you should, I mean, if you want, whatever, I don't care. But I'm at Heather Styles Life. But anyway, I went to a nude beach. If you are in the San Diego area, or maybe, I don't know, you might be familiar with Black's Beach. And it is a nude beach here in San Diego. And I went with my friends, the girl who played Romeo and the girl who played Mercutio, Candace, who I was mentioning before. So we went to Black's Beach and I got naked in public and I laid out there in the sun and got sunburned. I did wear sunscreen, but I was struggling to reapply the sunscreen because the sunscreen that I had was this really like thick, like mineral sunscreen and I was covered in sand. I had gone into the ocean, which was crazy for me. I'm terrified of the ocean. It actually did get kind of scary because the waves were getting really high and really, really strong. And there was a moment where I was like, I'm not a strong enough swimmer and the ocean is pulling me deeper into the ocean right now. I could totally drown and I'm naked. That's embarrassing. But anyway, I would like reached for my friend. I was like, I'm really scared. Like, can you help pull me back towards shore? But it was a very liberating experience, really freeing. It just felt so good to have the sun shining where it's never shone before. And to have just like the breeze, like on me, and I don't know. Yeah, we did a little photo shoot. So there's a picture on Instagram that is of me at the nude beach. So yeah, by the time we were leaving, like I was putting my clothes back on and I was like, this is so like restricting. Like I feel like I got really used to being naked and it felt really good to be naked in public. So that was the final really good experience of the month that I can think of. I can't think of any more experiences. So kind of to conclude, yeah, I've had a lot of good experiences this month and I need to focus on those good experiences because even though I've been really down, there are still good things that are happening. So I need to focus on those. And yeah, so I hope that this helps you guys maybe. Maybe comment down below what is the best experience that you've had in September and leave it down in the comments. And we can all just like, I don't know, look at it, and despite feeling down, maybe you're feeling really down, I don't know to what extent, but just thinking about the good things that have been happening is really important, or something you're grateful for, I don't know, that kind of thing. And yeah, so if you like this concept and want me to do it for the following months, give this video a thumbs up or just let me know down in the comments. And yeah, I want to keep doing this because I think it's good for me. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want, or don't. Unsubscribe, I don't care. Because right now I'm being selfish. I need to be selfish with my channel for right now. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.